Alright, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to the unstoppable and undeniable force, YAHAWAH, Ba'ashim YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashim Rakath. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, GMS, who taught me this truth. And honors to the brethren and the Akim out there that's pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Wadi YAHAWAH, Ba'ashim YAHAWASHI, for allowing me once again to come out here onto the highways, into the hedges, and to the cheap place of concourse, to teach and to preach in the names of Yahawah, Ba'ashim YAHAWASHI, through the Holy Spirit, Rakah, Kodesh. And that is exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Teaching, alright, preaching the word, alright, prophesying, and really warning you. Warning, in particular, those of you who be on the sign, alright? And according to the book of Ezekiel 37, you're supposed to have the sign out, alright? So that they may ask or inquire of, well, what does that mean? Oh, there I am. I'm a so-called, I'm from the tribe of Judah. I'm a Negro. What does that mean? You know? Because, matter of fact, Ezekiel, I think it's 37 and 14, where it says, what does thou meanest by this? Ezekiel chapter 37 and 15, and it says, and the word of the Lord YAHAWAH came unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write it upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, for all his house, for all the house of Israel his companions. Alright, which that consists of Judah is the southern kingdom, and then the stick of Ephraim will consist of the northern kingdom, on from Zebulun down to from Simeon to Issachar. And then it says, and join them one to another into one stick, that they shall become one in thine hand. And that's right, so that they become one, because eventually, see, right now we're at a split right now with the tribes. See, we're in the process of the Most High Yahawah, Ba'ashim YAHAWASHI, bringing all the tribes together, and then eventually, upon the return of our Lord, He's going to make us one stick. Okay, and we're not going to be divided into two more kingdoms anymore at all. We're going to be just a whole. And it says, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people, which is Israel, shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by this? And that's what we do, because most times when people come up, they'll look at us, see what we're saying, then eventually look around, and then 9 times out of 10 they're gonna lay eyes on the sign. You know, they're gonna read it. They're gonna see who's on the right, and who's on the who they are according to the scriptures on the left. All right, and then we tell them, yeah, you call yourself a Negro. Well, that's what your oppressor is giving you. You really are from the seed of Abraham, from the tribe of Judah, or from the tribe of Levi, or from the tribe of Gad, or from the tribe of Asher, or whatever, so on and so forth. Okay, and it says, say unto them, thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH, Ba'ashim YAHAWASHI, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the sticks of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH, Ba'ashim YAHAWASHI, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, because we're scattered amongst all the nations. And that's according to the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. It's the book of Deuteronomy. And why did this befall our people? Because they hearken not unto the voice of the Lord thy power. Alright, this is the book of man, where we start? I guess we could start from the top. This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, Yahawah, thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. And that's right. And that applies to the children of Israel. All right, because when you go to the very first chapter of the book of Deuteronomy 1:1, it says, these be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side of Jordan in the wilderness. You don't even got to read no more. Who the book is speaking of or talking to is the Israelites. These are all the words that Moses spoke unto all Israel. Okay. And it says, if we were to hearken diligently, what would happen? We would be set on high above all nations, in which that's who the Heavenly Father has set us up to be, those that are above all people. Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6, and it says, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power, Yahawah, and the Lord thy power, Yahawah, hath chosen thee to be a special and the Lord thy power, Yahawah, hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So the Most High has chosen us to be a special people, and not only just a special people, but to be above all other people that be on the earth, man. Okay? That's why we're the best singers, the best dancers, athletes, you name it, whatever it is, Israel's the best at it, hands down. Okay? So coming back here to the book of Deuteronomy 28:1, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, Yahawah, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I have commanded thee this day, that all these curses, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high above all nations. You see? And it says, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, as thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, Yahawah. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, and the increase of thy kin, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Blessed shall thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shall thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face, and they shall come out again thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways. The Lord thy power, Yahawah, shall command the blessings upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thine hand unto. And he shall bless thee in the land in which thy power, Yahawah, giveth thee. And the Lord thy power shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he has sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy power, Yahawah, and to walk in all his ways. You see, that and then it said, establish us a holy people unto himself, which we just read in Deuteronomy 7 and 6. And it says, and all people of the earth shall see that thou art called in the name of the Lord, because we're named after, we're the sons of who? The sons of Israel, the power of Israel. Okay, Yasharallah, ye the princes of the power. And it says, and all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, Yahawah, power of Israel, and they shall be afraid of thee. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, and the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy ground, in the land in which the Lord thy power, Yahawah, swore unto thy fathers to give thee. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven, to give the rain unto the land in his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. And the Lord thy power, Yahawah, shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. if that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy power Yahweh, which I command thee this day, to observe them and to do them. See? And thou shalt not go aside of any of my words which I've commanded thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. And that is exactly what our people have done. You know? And that's what our people do to this very day, man. Alright? They sacrifice into many other gods, idols, alright, of wood, of stone. You know? And that's what had it to where our power was very displeased with the nation. Very, very upset. Okay? And it says, but, verse 15, but it shall come to pass that thou wilt hearken diligently, Slakim, and it shall come to pass that thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And that's right. And that is exactly what happened to our people. All the curses that are written in this chapter, they came upon us, they overtook us. Until what? Until we were destroyed, man. And our people are all messed up, man. It's the Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. And we see that with our people, man. All we gotta do is take a glimpse at our people, man. Our people are all messed up, man. Alright, from starting with Judah all the way down to Issachar, man. All the tribes are somehow, some way, in poverty, and in a fucked up state, man. You know? Why? Because first and foremost, we disobeyed our power, man. You know? And it says, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which I commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder upon thy seed forever. See, so that's how we know that's how we can know who are the Israelites. Just off of the curses alone. Alright? Just off of the curses alone shows who are the children of Israel. Because it said it'd be a sign and a wonder and upon the seed forever. Alright? Upon our children and our children's children. You know? When we come into the world, man, we're already cursed as it is, man. You know? Especially if you live in here in America, man. It's over, you know? You're bound to live in a... And now you have an exceptions for, you know, Israelites that are what you would call successful in this world. But even with all the Floyd Mayweather, all the LeBron James, all these cats that got money, all these actors and rappers that got money, that are living their best life, so to speak, even they catching hell, man. And them niggas, they think they're better than their own people. Nigga, you the top slave, man. Alright? You bend over for Esau, man. You know? You know, like LeBron James, that nigga, he's in hell, man. Alright? As big as he is, as strong as he is, as great of an athlete that he is, he's still just a regular nigga out in the street to Israel, to Edom, to Moab, to all these other nations, you know? You know, they catching hell. They might catch a little bit more hell, you know? Because they got Esau right in their ass, man. And it says, but because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart and with abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord thy power Yahawah shall send against thee. And that's right. And who has the most high, the chief enemy has sent against us? Esau, Edom, man. Alright? And that goes back to Esau when he swore, you know, when he was like, I'm gonna kill my brother, you know, upon the death of our forefather Isaac. You know, and that's spoken of in the book of Genesis. Let's see. Let's see if I can get to the point, because I mean this whole like chapter pretty much explains it all. But let me start from, this is Genesis 27 and 15. And Rebekah got goodly raiment for her elder son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob, her younger son. And it says, and she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hands, and upon the smooth of his neck, and she gave him savory meat and the bread, which she had prepared into the house of her son Jacob. And he came unto his father and said, My father. And he said, Here am I. Who art thou, my son? And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn, and I have done according to thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that my soul may be that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac said unto his son, How is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because the Lord thy power brought it to me. And Isaac said unto Jacob, Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. Because he was at the point where his eyes, his eyes were dim, you know what I mean? But he still had Isaac was still like, man, something ain't right, man, you know? He's like, come on, let me investigate real quick, you know? Whether thou be him or not, you know? Because he was at a old age. Taking flying off on me. And it says, where was that? Verse 22. And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and felt him, and said, The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. And he discerned him not. Come on, fuck off, fly. And it says, and he discerned him not, because his hands were hairy, and his brother Esau's as his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him. And he said, Art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, Bring it near to me, then I will eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac said unto him, Come near now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him. And he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, See, the smell of my son is as the smell of the field, because Esau was a man in the field, you know, a hunter, whereas Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Okay? And you see the characteristics of these two men, of Jacob and Esau, show who that is, man. You know, it's very it's almost like, I mean, they're telling you straight to your face of who these people are today, man. Esau is the so-called white man, and Jacob is the so-called black man today. Okay? Very simple, man. Alright, you can't say that the so-called Negroes are Esau, man. Alright? Because they ain't red all over like a hairy garment, man. The only people that fit that description, man, is you so-called white people, man. Simple, straight to the point, man. And not only you just Esau, but you're really Cain coming back in the reincarnation, man. All right, that's why Esau had that same attitude that, well, I'm gonna kill my brother, man. And who did that? And before this time, before Jacob and Esau got on the scene, Cain. All right, because Cain, that nigga killed his brother Abel, man. You know, and that's the same two spirits coming back, man. Same two spirits coming back. And we could read it too, man, through the spirit. Let me finish this though. Verse 28. Therefore the Most High gave thee the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine, and let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. It says, be Lord. Let nations bow down to thee, or serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. And it says, cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made the end of the blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce gone out of the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. See, and I hear all the time, man, what you Edomites out here, man. Well, we're gonna go hunting, you know that's the characteristic of Esau, man. And he also had made savory meat, and brought it to his father, and said unto his father, let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said, who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, who? Where is he that hath taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before thou comest. And I have blessed him, yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, man. Like a crazy cry, man. Esau was breaking down. You ever see somebody like totally break down, man? Like that's what Esau was doing, man. Nigga was probably all red and shit. He's all fucked up, man. Cause this was prior. See, now when you read the 25th chapter, it talks about how Esau had it to where he sold his birthright unto Jacob for one morsel of meat, and then in this time he even got his blessing, man. So Esau got hit with the ultimate two-piece, man. All right, two-piece. And it says, yeah, I can only imagine the cry that Esau let out, man. Just probably had his hands on the air like, no, like, come on, Dad, like. And even when you read it, it says damn, where was I? 34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great exceeding bitter cry. And he said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. But he ain't saying this nigga's crying, man. And it says, and he said, thy brother came and it says, and he said, thy brother came with stability, and have taken away thy blessing. And he said, is he not rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me, which that's the name of Jacob. Jacob means YAHAWAH, which is supplanter. Okay. And it says, for he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made thee thy lord, and all his brethren which I have given thee for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted his voice and wept. So Esau is weeping, man. You know, he's breaking all the fuck down, man. You know? And it says, you know how like oh, what's that show, man? Fuck, that show Maury or Murray or whatever. You know, when he's like, you are not the father, and then the bitch goes out running, and then the niggas doing cartwheels and backflips, you know, somersaults. All right, he's breakdancing. Yeah, I told you I wasn't that little nigga's father, bitch. No. But that, you know, that's the attitude of Jake, man. You know, he be doing the Triple H on the bitch, bam, like I told you, ho. Now go find his real daddy. You know, but she's breaking down, man. She's all pushing the camera out the way, man. Get out of here. You know, that's how that's how you could look at Esau, how he was weeping, man. Come on, what you know, he was so desperate to get something, man. But what he failed to realize is that which our father Isaac, which is our Lord YAHAWASHI in the reincarnation, he gave him a blessing that really at the end of the day, it was going to come back to bite him in his ass, you know? And we're about to read the blessing here now. And it says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, and it says, and by thy sword shalt thou live. You see that? So by the sword, that's how Esau was going to prosper, man. By what? By what you would call mass genocide, all right, dividing and conquering, all right, being a colonizer. And that's exactly what Esau is and what he has become. You know, he's become the destroyer of worlds, man. Of many worlds. Not only just the world of Esau, but all the other nations' world. Because he goes into these other nations, man, killing, raping, robbing, and murdering all these people just so that they could inherit and take their resources, man. See, when Esau says, oh, you niggas are the problem. You just a bunch of thugs, man. You the ultimate thug, nigga. You the ultimate thug, and you the ultimate nigga, man. And on top of that, you know, you call so-called Mexicans beaners. You call so-called Negroes the niggers and all that. You're the true niggas of the earth, man. You the true niggas. You the number one nigga on the planet, man. Cause look what you do, man. You the ultimate robber, thief, drug dealer. All right. Rapist, robber, murderer, all that, man. You the top nigga, man. You the champion of all those things, man. All right. You the ultimate nigga, Esau. And it says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, and thou shalt, and that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And it says, and Esau hated Jacob. Esau hated Jacob, man, and that is not changed, man. And see, you simple-minded Negroes out here, you still love this devil, man. Although he call you nigga behind your back, man. You know, talk all kind of shit, man. You know, he's just a nigga. You know, I'm just being nice to the nigga. You know, you niggas still love him, man. See, and you niggas like that, Most High is just gonna kill you, man. All right, and we ain't worried about you 2/3, man. All right. We ain't fucking with the 2/3 no more. All right, no more at all, man. Because you ain't gonna get it, man. You ain't gonna. These Jakes ain't gonna get it, man. You know. Although we warn them still, as commanded, But we know at the end of the day, just like Ezekiel was told, he said, the Most High said, "For they are a rebellious house, but I do send thee unto them." So the Most High was telling Ezekiel, all right. The Most High was telling Ezekiel that, look, man, these dudes over here, man, I'm gonna send you to them, but I'm gonna let you know right off the bat, all right, that them they ain't gonna listen to you, man. They're rebellious. They've rebelled against me. They, and not even just they, but their fathers also, man. You know, they've rebelled against me, and they shall not. And then the Most High told them what? But thou shalt speak unto them whether they hear or whether they forbear, for they are most rebellious. You know, so Ezekiel went into the children of Israel knowing, like, man, these niggas ain't gonna listen, man. You know, even with like Jeremiah, with Jeremiah, right? Was it Jeremiah? Yeah, Jeremiah. He was praying for Israel, you know, because he had like a soft spot for them, man. And we all have been there before, man. You know, you first come into this truth, man. You want to tell everybody in their mama, you Israel. Oh yeah, you are Israel. Oh yeah, you the devil. You know, you the devil. You know, but at the end of the day, you find out that those that you really tell, and you're like sincerely trying to tell them, man, they sincerely don't care, man. They sincerely don't know, and they really don't care, man. You know, at the end of the day, they don't care. And it says, damn, it keeps on just scrolling down. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, it says, look, the days of mourning of my father are at hand. And then will I slay my brother Jacob. So he said, when the days of my father come, when he dies, that's when I'm gonna kill Jacob's ass. You know, Esau had that same spirit, man. The same spirit of Cain, all right? And it says, and these words Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob for her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau as touching thee, thou comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice and arise, flee thou to Lebanon, my brother, to Haran, which that's his uncle, okay? And it says, and tarry with him a few days until thy brother's fury turn away, until thy brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him. Then will I send and fetch thee from thence. Why should I deprived also of you both in one day? And Rebekah said to Isaac, I am weary of my life because of the daughters of Heth. If Jacob take thy wife of the daughters of Heth, such as these which are the daughters of the land, what good shall my life do me? And that's right, because you know, at this time, you know, Esau was going, and I believe like when he arrived unto his uncle, I believe like he was there for a minute, and then Esau, like, I can't really remember how it goes, but I believe like he kind of like rolled up on him or ran into him, you know. And then I think that's when Esau kissed Jacob, you know, because he like, there was like because they were still brothers at the end of the day, you know. But let me see if I can find it. Bam, found it. This is the book of Genesis 33:1. And Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came. So here it is, Jacob, he's just chilling. He looks up and then he's, oh shit, man. Hey, man, it's my brother, man. And it says, and Esau came and with 400 men. And he divided the children of Leah and unto Rachel unto the two handmaids. And he put the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hindermost. And it came to pass over before them, and he bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. And Esau ran to meet him and embraced him and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. It was kind of like you ain't seen your brother in a while. You ain't seen you ain't seen like a grandma in a minute, or a family member in a very long time, and it's like a surprise, like, oh like you might be in the store, you run into an old friend. I've had that happen to me. Actually, like not too long ago, my best friend, he was my best friend growing up since since grade school. We went through all high school together, played football, played basketball, spent the night at each other's house. I was able to go to his house and go in the refrigerator like it was my own, and he could do that at my household, and vice versa, and we were more than friends, we were brothers. But after high school, things change. People move, people find, get different jobs. You become busy. You become, as you would say in the society today, you become an adult. And when you becoming an adult, you have more responsibilities, and you ain't got time to be, dicking around, unless you're a loser staying at your mama's house still, But I had gotten off of work, and I ran right into him, man. He was going to the store that I was leaving. I ran right into him, and I kind of felt like somebody, that feeling you have when somebody around you is, either staring at you, or you can feel their presence, okay, somebody I know it's definitely up in here, And I looked around, I looked at him, and he was kind of turned face against me, and I was like, Jonathan. And he turned around and he was like, oh shit. And then he's like, hey, what's up, Nesto? And I ain't seen him for a long time, man. But we dabbed it up, man. Then we gave each other a hug. Now we wasn't crying, but it was good to see him, because I ain't seen him in a long time, And I asked him how he's doing, chopped it up for him. I guess he living down in the valley in that hot ass Phoenix, man. It's hot as hell down there, right? I believe right now it's 115, 113, hotter than hell, man. Where I'm at, it's 102, 103, not as hot as there, but still definitely, it's definitely a warm, for sure. But I seen them, but that's what happened with Esau and Jacob. They ain't seen each other in a minute, they see, at the end of the day, they're still brothers, But then, in the process of time, Esau, he broke that brotherly covenant by having perpetual hatred, meaning a continuous, non-ending hatred for his brother, man. Which you read about that all through the scriptures. Which, this is all through the spirit, because I was planning on, going into the destruction and the things to come, and and all that. But for some reason, the spirit had it to where, we're talking about it's Jacob and Esau day. And at the end of the day, that's what it's going to come down to. All right, Jacob and Esau. Those are the two main characters, main players in this movie, in this game, But this is the book of Amos, chapter 1, verse 11. Thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. All right, and that's when Esau came and pursued the northern kingdom, in the times of, you know, Christopher Columbus, the conquistadors, you know, coming in and you know, really putting hell on Israel, man. You know, but it was all prophecy, you know, because when we go back and through the Spirit, I'll go back to it. One of the curses is what? That the Most High, He's gonna send an enemy to come out to overcome you, you know, to come up to overtake you, you know. And it says, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. That jealousy, and see, that jealousy, that anger, that hatred towards Esau and his brother, that is ancient hatred, man. That goes back all the way to the times of Cain, all the way back to the times of Cain and Abel, and then to this day, you know, to this day. Verse 12, but I will send a fire upon Teman and devour the palaces of Basra. And that's exactly what's going to happen. All right, we in Basra right now, man. See, but the Most High, He's going to light a match on this bitch. And this and it's going to be in flames, man. All right. It's going to get hot in here. All right. Alright, so coming back here in the book of Deuteronomy 28, it says, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee. And that's right, and one of the enemies, the man enemies He sent against us, just so happen to be you so-called white people, man. You Edomites, alright? You Edomites. And it says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord thy power shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in all want of all things. And it says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. And I'm gonna wrap it up right there, because I'm just playing. But the yoke of iron upon thy neck, when you look that up, man, you don't gotta put nothing else, man. Just put yoke of iron, and you know who's gonna pop up? Jake gonna pop up, man. You're gonna have all these old pictures from back in the day, all right, of Jake in slavery with a yoke of iron on their neck, man. All right, and that goes to show who these curses apply to. That goes to show that right there alone, so-called Negroes on the way down to Issachar, those are the God's chosen people, man. Just off of the curses alone, man. All right, you goddamn you Arabs didn't go through that. You damn Chinese didn't go through that. You so-called white people fucking definitely didn't go through that, man. You're the ones that were installing those devices on our people's necks, man. All right, because your punk ass couldn't catch Jake, man. Jake was too fast. All right. Jake ran too fast and he jumped too high for your ass, okay? And that's why you ended up, when slaves would run away, you chopped their feet off, you chopped their hands off, you put collars and bells around their neck, you know, so that you could hear Jake when he running, taking off on your ass, all right, like the Road Runner, you know? See, and we say that, and guess what, man? Your monkey red ass is gonna have to pay for that, man. All right, that don't go unpunished, man. And you can't say, well, that wasn't me. That was my grandfather's. You know, that was me. If I was back there, I would have never done it. Nigga, shut the fuck up, man, because you was them niggas back. You was them niggas back then, and you back here now. All right, trying to plead your cause, man. But no, nigga, you on trial right now, man. All right, and the Most High, He's gonna be the judge, and He gonna crack that hammer on that desk, and it's gonna be that, man. Your ass is gonna go head first into slavery, man. Here soon. In the near future. In the near future, nigga. Alright, and that's your rightful place on this earth, man. You being down to the ground, man. Alright? The dirt's gonna have more purpose than you damn devils, man. Alright? And everything's going to rejoice when you put down in your rightful place, man. Even the see, that's the thing, man. You got like the trees, man. The trees don't even like you damn devils, man. How do you know how to fuck you? How to you know how much of a piece of shit you gotta be to where the trees hate you, and then even the sun hates your ass, man, because it burns you every time you step up out your house. And that sunscreen only carries you for so long, man. See, us Israelites, we ain't gotta do none of that shit, man. All right, the sun loves us, the animals love us, the trees love us, man. All right, we're what's the word? Like in the movie Avatar, man. You know that whole concept of the movie Avatar, you know, and their god in the movie, you know, and it has everything in balance. You know, when you really watch that movie and like watch it with like an eye and like, you know, have the scriptures play in your head, you're like, man, that's Israel right there, man. You know, even the woman, Naturi, I believe that's her name. You know, she was telling Jake, which the main dude in the movie, his name's Jake. You know, go figure. And she was all like, and you're now in the, you know, you're now part of the tribe, and you would choose a woman. You know, she was like, we have many fine women. You know, and that's the thing in the kingdom. We gonna be choosing whatever woman we want, man. We gonna have a wife. We gonna, you know, you gonna be my wife too, baby. Come here, concubine. You grab her. No, I'm just playing. You know, you ain't gonna, you know, but you know, we gonna be choosing on women, man. All right, it's my woman. Now, I'm gonna take her. She look good. I'm gonna have her. You know. Oh damn, she really look good. Hey man, you know, head my way, baby. You know. You know, it's very and it's very indigenous. You know. See, but like the people there, they all have like some connection with the world that they live on, you know, as well as we do, man. You know, and we will have that connection. You know, the Most High, man, He's gonna give us, man, first off, He's gonna make us perfect, man, on top of that. And we gonna know the purpose of everything, man. The purpose of leaves on the tree, from certain flowers and animals and bugs and insects, man. We gonna have knowledge of everything, man. You know, we're gonna be literally gods on the earth, man. You know, and it's gonna be a beautiful experience, man, that only one nation above all nations will have the chance to experience. So back here in Deuteronomy 28:49, and the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. And that's right, because when Christopher Columbus came, you know, he had, who did he have? He had Hebrew interpreters with him, because the Northern Kingdom tribes were what? They were speaking a broken Hebrew, you know, or they were speaking Hebrew. And Christopher Columbus ass, he couldn't speak that. That's why he had those interpreters with him. And then we know rest is history, man. That's when that devil couldn't put down his sword, man. When you read one of his diaries, he lets you know that he couldn't put down his sword for 1 hour, man. You know, he couldn't stop killing, man. And see, that's the thing, man. We gonna have that same desire too. We ain't gonna be able to stop killing your red ass, man. You know, we gonna have my way with your ass in the kingdom, man. Cause you gonna feel the wrath, man. A nation of fierce countenance, which thou shalt not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy land, until thou be destroyed, which also shall leave thee neither corn, wine, or oil, or increase of thy kin, or flocks of thy sheep, until he hath destroyed thee. And that's the thing, man. That's what happened, man. You know, that's what happened to our people. But see, we're in the process of Ezekiel 37, of where the Most High, see, upon the return of our Lord YAHAWASHI, man, He's gonna liberate us, man. You know, He's gonna redeem us, and He's gonna grant us our freedom. freedom from the land of our captivity, freedom from, being subject to payments, freedom from being under this damn devil Esau Edom, and freedom from these bodies, because these bodies are a prison in itself, man. But the Most High, He's in it, grants us our freedom upon His return, man. And hey, man, we can't wait, Ezekiel chapter 37 and verse 21, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH BaShem YAHAWASHI, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, because that's who we're scattered under, all nations. Deuteronomy 28:64, and the Lord thy power, Yahweh, shall scatter thee among all people. You see, that's what the Lord, He's going to scatter us among all people. I will scatter thee among, and the Lord thy the Lord thy power shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other, and thou shalt serve other gods which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And that's right. And that happens in these churches, man. Okay. And it says, and say unto them, thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH BaShem YAHAWASHI, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither thou be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And that's right, because the Most High, He's going to be the one that takes us home, man. All right, you ain't going to get a plane ticket and go back to Israel, man. Ain't going to be no planes flying in that day, man. And if they is, the Most High, He's going to shoot them down to the ground, okay? And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with their transgressions. But I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and I will cleanse them, so shall they be my people, and I will be their power. And David my servant shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd, and they shall also walk in my judgments and my statutes and do them. And this is the new covenant, because we're going to be able to do this by our Lord establishing these things, writing it in our hearts and in our inward parts. Having our stony heart turn into a fleshly heart. Okay? Because the stony heart, you try to get into the stone, man, hey man, you can't really get much into one. But with the fleshly one, the Most High is going to be able to just put them right in this, And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever, and my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them, and it shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. And my tabernacles also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their power, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, do sanctify Israel, whom my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. And this is the future that we have to look forward to. The Most High giving us the kingdom, man, and having it to where, our children and our children's children are going to inherit it forever and ever and even ever, man. All right? And that's the times that we're coming into, man. But before that happens, you're going to have wars, rumors of wars, famines and pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places, uproars of the people in the earth. All right, and then we know that from then, that's going to be us edging closer and closer into the return of our Lord, YAHAWASHI, which we're coming into here real soon. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and end it here through the Spirit. Just, you know, that's what I had on my spirit today. I pray the lesson was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. And as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, GMS who taught me this truth. Honors to the Akim and the brethren out there that is pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Wadi Yahweh, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI for allowing me and enabling me once again to come out here onto the highways and hedges, into the chief place of concourse, to teach and to preach in the names of Yahweh, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI through the Holy Spirit, Rakak Wadash. And it's on to the next one, Akim. Shalom.